What if I told you becoming wealthy is actually easier than you think? What if I told you you could start fast tracking your way to wealth in just 24 hours? And what if I told you the very first habit has nothing to do with money, but everything to do with how you think? The Bible says, as a man thinketh, so is he. And it also says, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. We're going to get into those in just a moment. Now listen closely, because the habit I'm sharing at the end is something every true wealth builder masters. It's small, but it's powerful enough to completely shift your future if you stick with it. So make sure you stay until the end. In this video, we're talking about habits that won't have you stressed out, broke, and needing therapy just to recover from trying to keep up with everybody else. And you won't need a translator to figure it all out either. These habits are simple, real, and 100% doable. They're what I like to call micro habits, small changes that lead to major results. Some of them will stretch your thinking a little bit, but honestly, anything worth doing is going to stretch you. And if you're not getting stretched, you're not growing. Simple as that. So here's number one. Renew your mind and how you think. In Romans 12:2, it says, and do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. Now, you may have to remove yourself from certain environments or even some people. If you're on a path to becoming wealthy and your circle is going out every weekend, or your coworkers are always ordering out for lunch, you can no longer go along with that. You have to keep whatever goal you have in front of your eyes. If those environments are pulling you away, you must go against the grain. If your budget permits you to go out once a month, then don't go out any more than that. Start taking your lunch to work and put that extra money towards debt or in a high yield savings account or another investment account. I'll link the high yield savings account I use in the description below. You have to renew your mind and how you see your finances. If you don't have financial literacy, you have to immerse yourself in it and then apply what you have learned. You can do this by reading books, following people on YouTube whose goals and values align with yours. Now, this takes me into my next habit. Number 2, read, and read some more. Self-educating is one of the best educations you can get. I don't recommend you going out and getting a bunch of books. Remember, we're trying to stay on a budget. Start with what you have. Most of us have more than enough in our possessions. I know I do. If you don't, then you have permission to start your library. Start with one and immerse yourself in that book. Before you move to the next one, make sure you apply what you have learned. I'll link a few books in the description below. So the next one is similar to the last. Get in the habit of self-educating. One thing I learned from homeschooling my kids is being a lifelong learner. Education doesn't start and end in the physical classroom. Let this world we live in be your classroom. You should always have a desire to learn more. There are plenty of videos on YouTube. They don't call it YouTube University for nothing. Just make sure what you are learning is accurate information. Trust me, you will know who is reputable and accurate versus someone just trying to get you into their course. Now, there's absolutely nothing wrong with courses. Just make sure you have vetted the people you are giving your money to. Number 4, tithe to your local church and be a blessing to other people. The Bible says in Proverbs 3:8, honor the Lord with your possessions and with the first fruit of all your increase. This will keep you grounded and also aware that everything you have belongs to the Lord. I'm going to repeat that. Everything you have belongs to the Lord. The more you give, the more you have. Make sure you are led by all your giving. You're not giving out of manipulation, but from a grateful heart. Wealthy people are givers. Number 5, time management. You have to know what you're doing daily. That doesn't mean every second of the day has to be filled with something. However, you have to know how to manage your time. Set goals and work towards them. Don't squander your time. If you can't manage your time, how can you manage your money? Number 6, buy back your time by setting up systems. Systems will change your life. Something as simple as how you wash your clothes can eliminate unnecessary stress. When stress is eliminated, you are less prone to overspend and overeat. I have a book recommendation on this and I will put it in the description as well. The next tiny habit is setting up automatic transfers into investment accounts. Look over your budget and determine a certain amount and have that amount come out automatically. You will have one less thing to think about. Number 8, check your assets over liabilities. Raise your assets and lower your liabilities. You don't become wealthy by accident. A goal of mine is to have assets that will pay for my liabilities. Number 9, if you have children, teach them financial literacy, whether you are an expert or not. If you're not an expert, then learn together. That's what my family's doing. The Bible says, train up a child in the way they should go, and when they get old, they will not depart from it. If you teach your children now, when they get older, they won't drain your bank account from unwise financial decisions. Instead, you can have an inheritance to leave for your children's children. The last tiny habit or micro habit is, drum roll please, shop your closet. If you are anything like me, you have more than enough clothes to last a lifetime. I used to have a mirror that said, I like my money where I can see it, hanging in my closet. That was actually prophetic because the majority of my money had went towards clothes. Words have power, whether you believe it or not. It's foolishness in the grand scheme of things. Do you know how much money you could have if you didn't buy clothes every paycheck or even every other paycheck? Sheesh. I'll stop there because I can go on and on just based on my own life experience. I may go a little deeper in another video. We have to break the cycle, y'all, so we can become kingdom financiers. Like I said before, you don't become wealthy by accident. It takes discipline, consistency, and renewed thinking. If you believe and think you're wealthy, you will eventually become wealthy. Why? Your actions will start to align with your thoughts. As a man thinketh, so is he. So let's be who God created us to be and become better stewards over what has been entrusted to us. And that's it. That's the final habit right there. It might seem simple, but trust me, mastering it separates the people who wish they were wealthy from the people who actually become wealthy. Now it's your turn. Which one of these micro habits are you going to start today? Drop it in the comments. I want to see which one hits home for you. And hey, if this video helped you shift your mindset even a little bit, hit that thumbs up and subscribe button and stay tuned for what's next because we're just getting started. Until next time.